So it's been a while since you've done some art. Well, at the time of filming this, me too. I was really out of practice and unsure what to draw, so here's how you get back into art with only 3 drawings. First off, start with subject matter that you really enjoy and that you used to draw a lot. For me, that meant drawing some pretty ladies. Next step, let's talk about mediums. Now, I did my sketch with colored pencil because when you first start out, I think it's important that you can't erase, that you just jump in and let your body do what it wants and not try and make it perfect. So, colored pencils, markers, pen, choose something sketchy and imperfect, and embrace that. The fact of the matter is, you haven't drawn in a while, and it's not going to be perfect, so let it turn out a little ugly or a little weird. Then on the color side, should you choose colors or black and white, just choose a medium you really like. I really love using alcohol markers, so I wanted to start with alcohol markers. For this first art piece, you're just trying to do any drawing. Choose a subject you like. So for instance, what's something that you used to commonly draw in your art, or commonly depict in your art? I really love details like rainbow hair and chokers and things like extra eyes. Really, you just want to go for things you like. You want things that are fun for you now. And that's it. That first drawing, we're just keeping it simple and making sure we complete a sketch. But then, there you have it, the first drawing. Your second piece of art should be something similar in subject matter, something you really like to draw, and I suggest doing the same or a similar thing as the first drawing. So for me, my first piece was a pretty girl, so this time I'm also going to draw a pretty girl. But this time, we're going to add in 2 challenges. One challenge is going to be a sketch challenge. For the sketch, my challenge is that I'm going to change the pose. And we want this to be purely from the brain. Just use what you remember, so don't use a reference. Don't worry about anatomy or it being perfect. You just want to jump in and do it. Now, once you've sketched out your first challenge, you want to come up with a second challenge, a coloring challenge. For me, I decided I wanted to try a lighting effect. So I'm going to attempt some level of rim light. It's really imperative to this process that you choose an easy challenge. It's already very difficult coming back from taking a break from art, so you don't want this to become painful or uncomfortable. You just want it to be a challenge enough to need to rely on your old skill set, yet fun enough that it doesn't feel like you're doing work. So once we have our second sketch, no matter how we feel about it, we're going to jump into the third sketch. Once again, we're leveling up from the last art piece with a sketch challenge and a coloring challenge. But this time, we want them to be a different one. So again, I'm going to change my pose, and this time, I want to add something that is a higher level of difficulty, but is still fun. For me, I really like drawing hands, but since I hadn't drawn a hand in a while, it was a good challenge. So I'm going to incorporate a hand into my pose. Then we come to our color challenge. Since I've already tackled some level of a lighting challenge, what I want to do is to try coloring very small. So I made my pose super tiny and my challenge becomes coloring this piece even though she is quite little and my marker tip is bigger than her lips. Once again, we're going for a challenge that's not going to overwhelm us, but does bring back some of our old motor skills and ability that we used to use a lot. As well as that, I'm choosing things that are fun for me. So choose things that are fun for you. There's no guarantee that these art pieces are going to turn out good or great, be sellable, or anything of that nature, because that's not the goal. Our goal is purely to revive some of our old skill sets and give ourselves a starting point to draw again. Now we have 3 art pieces or sketches and they're fully finished. After not drawing for ages, we've broken the pattern. And now we can look at them and say, this is where I started. I can do better next time. So, where are you gonna go next?